ladies and gentlemen, to an all-new reaction and review. Tonight I have something a little bit special. Not only am I covering my first film from Canada, well, this is actually a Canadian and U.S. production, so it counts. Not only can I finally just mark off, Canada on the list of countries I've covered, but this film is a groundbreaking piece of cinema. You see, it's very, very rare for a studio to, or rather for a writer, a director, a producer, to go out of his or her way to create a whole new genre of film. And tonight's film, which was directed, written, edited, and produced by a man named Lucifer Valentine. By the way, that's probably one of the shittiest names I have ever heard. Just thought I'd mention. Lucifer Valentine decided to go out of his way. Not only did he want to create a brand new genre of film, but he went out and he made 3 goddamn films in this genre. The genre is called Vomit Gore. That's a very, very colorful title, I should mention. Yes, Vomit Gore. And his trio of films is known as the Vomit Gore Trilogy. A lot of people have wanted me to do all 3 films in the set. However, I am not going to go that far unless I can survive through the first one. Yeah, folks, this is the first film in the infamous Vomit Gore Trilogy. The title is Slaughtered Vomit Dolls. God damn it, that title is shitty, man. Just look at this title. Slaughtered Vomit Dolls. This almost sounds like something a 3rd grader would have scribbled on the cover of his fucking math book when he gets really bored. I have no idea what the hell to even frickin' expect. And I'm going to read you the film's summary, lifted directly from their site. Somebody thankfully pasted it onto the Internet Movie Database. The gruesome tapestry of psychological manifestations of a 19-year-old bulimic runaway stripper turned prostitute as she descends into a hellish pit of satanic nightmares and hallucinations. The short version of that is, our film is probably going to suck balls, but I don't know this until I actually watch it. But I'm just looking at that, and I'm looking at the title. I do not see anything good coming from this, but I am still going to go into it with an open mind. Because, hey, who knows? Maybe I will be a fan of Vomit Gore, and I'm going to want to try to find the other 2 films in the series. Now, before I jump into the film itself, I do want to talk about the cast. I'm actually looking at the cast list also here. And, once again, these names are almost as stupid as the name of our fucking director, because we have actors with names such as Alan Nasty, Princess Pam, Pig Lizzie, and Miss Pussy Pants. I'm not kidding you. If you guys go and you look at the cast of this film, there is somebody who's credited as Miss Pussy Pants. And I thought that Lucifer Valentine sounded fucking stupid. So anyway, I seriously should watch this prior actually to, going and picking it to pieces, but I just had to get that stuff mentioned. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to kick back, relax, and check out Slaughtered Vomit Dolls. Okay, now they just showed the title on screen. Apparently, Slaughtered Vomit Dolls is one word. I'm not kidding. It's one goddamn... What? Okay, so apparently right now, we have some home fucking video. You guys can hear that awful singing. It is slowed down home video of some small kid. Then we have a shot of a woman sleeping in bed, and we have what looks to be a rape scene or a death scene. I'm not really certain which. And they're jump cutting between them all. Nothing is making any fucking sense, and I really fear that this thing's only going to shoot straight downhill from here. Guys, I'm going to take back almost every nasty, horrible thing I said about violent shit. At least violent shit tried for a plot. In some small way, it had a plot. There's nothing. This is just torture. And I've still got about an hour left. And we have our first taste of vomit. And you know, I am in no way surprised because it said vomit right in the fucking title, and you would almost expect this to be nauseating, but no, it would have been nauseating if the person didn't sit there for about 10 seconds with their fingers jammed down their throat trying to get the stuff to come up. If it just happened naturally, it would probably be decent. No. This film fails at even making vomit nauseating. Wow. So he just cut off this, woman's face. You would almost think that it would be horrible and disgusting. No, it was probably one of the worst effects I've ever fucking seen. Oh my god. How could anyone make this thing and actually think it was good? Wait, whoa. Okay, whoa. He puked into a mug, and then he drank it down. That's probably the most nauseating thing I've ever seen. I actually can feel a gag coming. Oh shit. Okay, so someone is taking a power saw to somebody's head. At least I'm going to assume, because we saw a close-up of a saw, but we never actually get to see it go into the skull. Which I guess is for the best, because I think that the fucking effect would probably have sucked ass. Anyway, that's the end of Slaughtered Vomit Dolls. Now it's time for the fun part. I get to rip this stupid film apart. Guys, I don't think I've ever been this happy. Because, not only did I just suffer through that thing, and not only did I make it through, and I'm still at least somewhat sane, well, about as sane as I was when I started, but I now have a new worst film ever. And not just worst in the series. I'm talking worst movie I have ever watched, ever. Alright, I'm going to say this right now. Kick-Assia was 90 minutes of really stupid and unfunny memes, but it at least had a plot to drive it forward. Salo might have been one of the most uppity and pretentious pieces of shit I've ever seen, but at least it had a plot. And the plot really wasn't too bad. I just wish that they had, written it a little bit better. August Underground's Mortem. It really didn't have a whole lot of a plot, but compared to Slaughtered Vomit Dolls, it was a really deep film. Yeah, folks, it's this film that makes me say August Underground's Mortem is a deep film. Think about that for just a second. Now, I want to start by saying that there is writing credit on here. And like I said earlier, it's written by Lucifer Valentine, who also directed, produced, and edited this thing, apparently. I would like to meet Mr. Valentine. I will happily meet him where he is bound to hang out the most. I'll happily meet him at a hot topic, and I will whoop his ass in there. I will tell him he is probably the worst filmmaker in the world. Because there's no way a human being should be allowed to make a movie this awful and not be physically beaten in public for it, okay? I'm going to try to explain my biggest issue with this film. If you guys have never seen this video, I'm talking about a music video now. The music video is called Closer, and it's from Nine Inch Nails. If you have never seen it, I want you to pause this video. I want you to go and open up a tab on whatever in the hell browser you are using, and I want you to do a search for it. I know that it's on YouTube. Just go and watch that, please. If you actually pause this thing, I do thank you for coming back. Everyone who didn't pause, well, you've probably seen it or you just don't care. That music video is about 4.5 to 5 minutes long, and it's a really creepy video, because it has really like jittery ass cameras, and the angles are all a little bit weird, and there's shit in there you see and you're not quite sure why. and it just makes you feel a little bit uneasy. Now, the reason why it works for Closer is because it's only about 4.5 minutes long. It's a music video. It's nothing really long. It works for that because it's only 4.5 minutes long. It's really short. Now, Slaughtered Vomit Dolls is that same thing expanded to 1 hour and 11 minutes. It works for music videos because it's a short burst of concentrated crazy. And especially with Nine Inch Nails, it kind of works with the music. This thing, it doesn't, because it's trying to drive itself on the dialogue and on the sounds, and it just sounds like shit. The camera is constantly fucking like jittering. There are jump cuts everywhere, and what little music is used is either 3-second loops that sound really awful, or it's played backwards, I guess, to try to make it sound all evil and shit. I'm sorry, no. It doesn't sound evil, it sounds stupid. Any fucking pinhead who looks at music and goes, hey, I think I know how I can make really evil sounding music. I'm gonna play it backwards, and I'm also gonna take dialogue, and I'm gonna play it backwards because I am Lucifer Valentine and I'm evil. No, you are not evil. You suck as a filmmaker and you fail as a human being. I really hope that someone actually knows, this fucking dick, and they send him this, video. I would love to hear his thoughts. Now, the acting. What acting? You have to have a script in order for there to be acting, and I strongly doubt that this thing had any semblance of a goddamn script. Special effects are laughably bad, and this film falls into the same trap that befell Salo, in the sense that Salo, it just kept on hitting the same fucking notes again and again and again, and there was no point to it. Here, it's the same thing. It either is really poorly filmed gore shots, or it's scenes of people vomiting. The only one that was truly sickening was this weirdo who was vomiting into a cup and was drinking it down and vomiting it up again. And even that happens to lose its sting because we get to see him do it at least 3 fucking times. It doesn't work then. You have just taken something shocking and you've made it fucking mundane. Okay? And this film was going for shock, and it failed. It was boring as hell because there's no structure to it. You cannot be shocking and be, provocative at the same... Well, actually, you can be provocative and shocking at the same time. Serbian film has proven that. As did the Faces of Death series. These have shown you that you actually can be shocking and you can be, provocative and entertaining at the same time. This thing was just going for solid shock and said, fuck story. Now, I said I would give you my verdict as to whether or not I'm going to do the other 2 films in this trilogy if I got past this. The answer, no. I flat out refuse. Unless Lucifer Valentine approaches me in person and apologizes for this awful shit, and then dies a few seconds later, I'm not going to bother. Alright? So you guys will never see me do reaction and reviews on the other 2 films, but I am going to give you the titles, because the titles are just as stupid as Slaughtered Vomit Dolls. The other titles are Regurgitated Sacrifice. Yeah, you heard me. Regurgitated. Gore usually in all caps and separated with hyphens. Regurgitated Sacrifice and Slow Torture Puke Chamber. I'm going to assume that those 2 films are identical to this one in the sense that there's absolutely no plot, there's absolutely no writing, there's almost no acting. It is just strippers and death scenes and vomiting. Nothing else. There's going to be absolutely no structure, there's going to be no nothing, and I want to say one thing about these fucking actresses. First of all of them are moderately hot if they had better faces. These are all fucking butter-faced women, and the only way that I would ever fuck them is if they had a bag over their goddamn head. And most of them I wouldn't even touch because most of them have herpes sores around their goddamn mouths. It's really funny that almost all of them have this, but only one of them is named Blisters, and she didn't have them. I find that really funny. My God. Yeah, guys, this is probably the worst thing I've ever seen. No. This, honestly, is not even a case of might of. No, this is the stupidest, most retarded, irritating, unwatchable pieces of absolute dreck I have ever been forced to watch. I will happily apologize to Doug Walker in person for the bad things I said about Kickassia, because now, after watching this, Kickassia looks like gold. After watching this, I would happily walk up to Doug Walker and give him a big fucking hug and go sorry. That's probably never going to happen. But hey, I never thought I would say that. This film has changed the way I look at things. I'm not sure if this is going to last until my next episode, but as of right now, I hate everything. This film has just... oh... I have actually heard a term, guys, said by some people, and the term is vomit with fucking rage. I came very close. That is how bad this film is. If you truly value your sanity, you won't even bother looking for it. Because no human being should be forced to suffer through this. This film is... God, I'm just fucking rambling. I am. I cannot believe... This film has me so pissed, I'm just rambling now. So I'm just going to stop now before this video goes on to be even longer. So, folks, until next time, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.